So this was written for that. It is all found text. The texts used to create this were adapted from interviews at Voices of the Homeless, advertisements for travel, advertisements for knives, newspaper articles, crime blotters, and legal statutes. I won't count the stars. Knife. I was sleeping rugged when the knife came. It was scary, dark, rough, open eye, not sleeping in the open dark, dear gutting dark. I knew someone would come in small punctures, cutting red, black, and blue. I thought it would be a friend whose tent stolen red into shreds by the police, black and blue. They bone and wood, saw blade, gutting hook, for to someone, a friend who had no shelter, into shreds, nothing to sleep on, or the knife, the tent, slightest apart, open into dumb mouths, call it a trophy mount. I hadn't slept in days in the dark, someone, a light swinging in the dark to kill what we call home, to stab or slice, and the blade, a finger pointing. Hey, the light said, you, get up. Neighborhood. A tent. A sleeping bag in zone A through F when the average scores for needles and condoms. When zone C, police destroyed district 7, all my tent, my ID was broken glass, was burned up at a rate well above the average, but I slept. Zone C, district 7, district 9, zone D, additional reports right next to any other district. I slept on the ground in district 6, 30%, 74%, 1 in 4. The cops had through nearly all of the cops had through the standard for that evaluation for broken glass in zone 7, 4, 8, in zone 3, 5 for human feces, for used needles, zone 4, home. The cops cut up our tents and threw our stuff in the fire because it burns. Vacation, the mangroves, the island pool. I needed drugs to get a beautiful place, to wake up in the morning in canvas on the streets, to refresh body and mind. Got kicked out of a small grocery store, showers and electricity. Got kicked out of my apartment. This isn't really camping. Lost my job working restrooms, no place to go. No tourist needed to decide where to put the fire. Untamed and unique. And then me not trusting shelters, creature comforts, myself, no place to go. No tour in the mangroves or dark sandy beaches, not the island pool, the most famous trail. Leave my stuff alone, my canvas, hotel room, prison, home. Where I went, where did I go? Okay. When I was on the streets, on a vacation, I came here. I know that at least on the streets, at least I know where the fire goes, my stuff and I know a beautiful place. I have other people. I hear them talk. I'm woken by their light. I can smell their food and they're watching my tent, watching me. Interview. Well, we were asleep. We did not know. There was a loss of feeling. There was numbness or inability to move. And I think that was, and then he looked down, numbness of a piece of seashell, a needle, a nail. My daughter and I, our heads covered by blankets. So the officer kind of kicked me to penetrate the skin, to wake me up. I was awake and I threw the blanket like, what? Repair. The girls around here make a wall with the body's fluid and salt to make a wall, a good wall, someplace safe, protective, wrapping. A lot of the girls down here can duct tape, can fix anything after everything. They can fix, sleep around or sleep with. One person can fix anything as one person, protective wrapping and stay. All kinds of bumps, bangs, and wear and tear from the law for the protection. Just to know duct tape holds what's inside in place. A lot of the girls around here can make a really good duct tape tent fixed rips. The girls around here don't use protection. If you have duct tape, it's not too late to fix. Field medicine. And some of us are bleeding, and some of us have bled for this country. Some of us have risked our lives, have not stopped bleeding for this country. It's full of money right now. We do not have money. It's full of dirt. We might smell bad. Cleanse the wound, wash with water this police officer, these scissors, that knife. Police are searching for. Police looks at us. Police tied the woman, we are like duct tape, like filth. The woman we are like does not deserve where to report. Police here in this town, come on, police refused to clean the wound, made me wash with water, made me perform a sex act. This woman bleeding was bleeding into a trash can here in this town, come on, newspaper. Hey, the police cut a hole in the tent. A hole, not a slash. It was a slash and they used it as a hole. A fist was inside, and inside the fist, he maced inside. They maced inside. They joked about it being bear season. We tried to get out, bear maced for prostitution or sleeping or stealing a K9 unit. The police, blunt force, quality of life. You know what I'm saying? The police, stab wounds on the left trauma, knocked to the fist, kicked and beat. The police are felony murder. Assault with a deadly hit and run. I was hit and run for prostitution. I was raped by 3 cops. Do you know what hit me? Do you know his pistol? Do you know what the blankets protected? Never a damn thing. Never. And that mace, a badge and gun with bears, contusions, abrasions, the police, a wooden lot, ID arrived, stripped me down naked, alone, tied with duct tape in a trash can, with duct tape in the police car, in a parking lot, in the rain, alone, except the bear. There had to be. I wished for the bear to come to maul me to death. Duct tape stuck on his teeth. Statute. My hands through the sleeves. The familiar routine. He said, and I said, he said, you're now familiar. An emergency. You're the shopping cart, the body stolen. H that I could afford to buy. The poles through the tent sleeves, nail holes like track marks, my ID, the tent, my sleeves, my arms, everything. The body, that cart is stolen, they said. You can't take it. So I set it on fire. I set my everything to ashes, walked away, my coat on the sidewalk, scarf, hat, sweater, they squawked, shirt into their walkies, pants, nothing but my underwear and shoes, nothing but the skeleton. I left the cart, the police behind me, and now the flames, easier to carry ashes, none of it, the body, none of it, the skeleton, none of it, mine. Special summer issue. There's a lot of that in the great outdoors. I've seen a lot of violence. Every time the cops busted it down, we want a place soft and self-repairing to fix. I wish if it was summertime under the bridge or someplace, summertime, toast some marshmallows someplace. If we were someplace, we felt safe, this dream alive, duct tape and a place to live, nerves, blood vessels alive. I think hair follicles, glands. I think most of us, if we were someplace to revisit the earth's many wonders, you can almost see it from here. I think most of us want summertime, don't you want to? I want to be someplace, this dream, to not watch the sunset, to not count the stars.